What the heck is going on, guys? My name is Bucky Roberts, and welcome to your very first video in building an awesome freaking AJAX chat room. So this is actually the chat room that we're going to be building, and as you can see, it's very basic. I actually based this off some source code that I found from a book, AJAX and PHP Building Responsive Web Applications. It's an awesome book. Go buy it if you don't have it. But anyways, in these tutorial series, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys how to build this AJAX based chat room. And of course, you do need some knowledge of AJAX. So if you never worked with it before, then please click on the link below, thenewboston.org. I made an entire video series about AJAX, teaching the beginners, the very basic stuff. So, like I said, if you have no idea what AJAX is or never worked with it before, then please watch those videos. And once you are done with those, you'll be good to go. So, here is the application right here. And there's some cool features, but of course, it's very simple. I didn't want to add too many features because right now it's very easy to integrate into your own web application. So let me go ahead and show you guys, a quick tour of it. Basically, of course you text like hi, my name is Bucky, and of course you can spell stuff wrong if you want to, and press enter, or you can press send, and then of course it goes to the database. And just to show you guys that this actually does work, I have my iPad right here, and I am pretending to be someone named Emily. So let me go ahead and send that message. And of course, I typed STFU on my iPad. And my cursor's right here, and I'm typing on my iPad. He, whatever. Send. So boom. There you go. And this can have unlimited amount of people, or you can set it just as a private chat, one-on-one. And some other cool features is that you can change your name from guest whatever to Bucky. You can also change your text color to, let's say, red. This is red now. And, some very simple features. So, like I said, it's a very simple yet very awesome, amazing AJAX chat. So let's go ahead and get started and figure out how to program this bad boy. Now, of course, all of these messages are working with PHP and MySQL, so we are actually storing all of these messages and all of this information in a database. So let's go ahead and make that database first, and also we need to make a user that can access that database. So I actually got a small account on HostGator, but you can really use anything. You can even test it out on your local machine, but it's really easy. Just buy like a hosting account for like $3 a month. Now, if you click on MySQL databases, then it says go ahead and create a new database, and you guys should know how to do this already, hopefully. But if you never work with MySQL databases with the control panel, I'm going to show you guys how to do that right now. So there was the testing database that I made before, chat 1, but for these tutorials I'm just going to name this chat and press create database. And you actually want to save this information. So actually, if I do this, database chat, I'm going to save it in a file. And we want to save this because we need the information later on whenever we're programming. So my database is called Bucky underscore chat. Now I'm going to go back, and now I have to make a user to access that database. So Bucky, I'm just going to name my user chat, and I'm going to generate a random password. Copy. I've copied this in a safe place. Use password. And create user. So the user is called Bucky underscore chat. So that's the user. And the password is this. And by the way, when I'm done with this tutorial, I'm going to change the password because I don't trust you guys, and you guys are probably going to try to hack my database. So that is basically how to do it, and I'm actually going to show you guys how to make the config file, and then I'm going to change my password. But anyways, go back, and now we have a database created, and we also have a user. But the user doesn't have access to that database yet. You need to give that user access to your database manually. And this is how you do it. Scroll down, and you're going to see add user to database. Find the user that you just created, Bucky Chat. In the database, Bucky Chat. Probably shouldn't name those, the same thing, but we did. F it and Adam. Now, not Adam like, a person named Adam, but add him or her to the database, depending on if your computer's male or female. Now, typically what you want to do is you only want to give them privileges that you need, but just for this tutorial, I'm going to keep things simple. Go ahead and give them all privileges, make changes, boom, roasted. So now this user was added to the database. Now you can go ahead and access it, and our PHP database is almost set up. We just have to add a table real quick. But before we do that, I actually want to show you guys how to make the config file. So I already made a single file before I even started making this tutorial, and that's my config file. And this is basically the file that establishes a connection to the database. So this is how you make that. Of course, it's a PHP file, and you guys probably have done this plenty of times before, but for anyone who, this is how you properly set it up. Even if you've done it before, then it's good to watch. So the first thing you want to do is define a couple things actually. The first thing is DB host, and this is just a local host. And anytime you have a script and it's just running locally on the server, because this PHP file, it's not going to run on your computer, it's going to run on the server. And of course our database is also on that server, so that's why you can type localhost instead of specifying, the IP address of the server. So we're actually going to want to define three more things. 1, 2, 3. So we have the host, which pretty much says what server do you want to connect to. Well, the same server that our PHP file is on. And the next thing that you want to do is you want to define a user, and that's just the username, which was BuckyChat. And now you want to define the password, and that was just this thing right here, the password. And the last thing you want to define is, of course, the database name, and the database was also BuckyChat. So there you go, and there is your config file. So go ahead and actually you want to delete this first and save it. So now our config file is set up. The only other thing that we have to do is we need to make a table in the database so that, whenever we're typing messages, of course, these have to be stored in a table inside your database. So that's what we're going to be doing in the next video. But for now, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.